Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's thought-provoking presentation that aims to shed light on a multifaceted social and environmental factors prevailing the fashion industry. While we often find ourselves captivated by fashion's allure and creativity, it is essential to peel back the layers and examine the less glamorous aspects that many companies work tirelessly to conceal. In the presentation, we will delve into one such factor, child labor, and it explores its profound impact on the fashion world. So without further ado, let us embark on our journey to uncover the hidden dimensions of the fashion world. Our chosen factor to analyze is child labor. Despite the belief that child labor belongs to the bygone era, it is tragically persists in many countries, casting a dark shadow over the fashion industry. Child labor encompasses the employment of children in hazardous conditions, depriving them of their fundamental rights to education, health, and nurturing childhood. Regrettably, within the fashion industry, children are frequently exploited as a tool in factories, sweatshops, and farms, enduring long hours and meager wages. The impact of child labor within the fashion industry is particularly poignant in developing countries. Nations such as Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, where labor laws are more lenient and enforcement is lacking, bear witness to the widespread of exploitation of children. Child labor not only perpetuates poverty, but also hampers the social and economic development of these nations. It robs children of their rights to educate, perpetuating a cycle of poverty that lingers across generations. Child labor in fashion industry significantly affects the social fabric of communities. Children who are forced into labor are denied the opportunity to receive an education, thus preventing them from breaking free of the cycle of poverty. The prevalence of child labor perpetuates an unequal distribution of education skills and opportunities, creating a socioeconomic divide that impedes social mobility and hinders overall community development. Beyond its social implications, the fashion industry also exacts a toll on the environment. One prominent environmental factor we shall explore is the excessive utilization of water, chemicals, in textile production. The fashion industry heavily relies on water-intensive processes such as cotton cultivating and textile dyeing. The extensive water consumption exacerbates water scarcity, particularly in regions where their seeds are concentrated. Moreover, the use of hazardous chemicals, including pesticides and dyes, in textile production contributes to the water pollution and soil degradation. These pollutions have detrimental effects on ecosystems, wildlife, and human health. It is prominent that we recognize and care about the social and environmental issues prevailed within the fashion industry. Let us explore several compelling reasons why this matter demands our attention. Human rights. Child labor violates the basic human rights of children, depriving them of education, health, and overall well-being. By addressing this issue, we can contribute to more just and equitable society. Sustainable development. The fashion industry's impact on the environment poses a threat to sustainable development. By raising awareness and advocating for sustainable practices, we can forge a better future for both humankind and the planet. Ethical consumption. As a conscientious consumer, our choices wield significant power. By supporting brands and prioritize ethical production, the fair label practices we can drive change within the fashion industry and foster a positive impact on society. Global responsibility. The fashion industry transcends borders and operations on a global scale. By caring about the social and environmental issues plaguing the industry, we can contribute to a more responsible and sustainable global community. To evaluate the ranking and relevance of these issues within a global sphere, we must consider their widespread occurrence and implications. Child labor and environmental degradation as a fashion industry holds significant impact on countries and regions worldwide. The exploitation of child labor persists in various parts of the world, particularly developing countries where the fashion industry has a strong presence. Additionally, the environmental consequences of textile production and waste affect ecosystems and communities on a global scale. Consider the far-reaching consequences and global reach of these issues. It is evident that they hold high relevance in global sphere. Efforts to address child labor and promote sustainable practices within the fashion industry should be prioritized on an eternal scale. In conclusion, the social and environmental factors embedded within this fashion industry demand our attention and concerted action. By acknowledging the existence of child labor, comprehending its impact on specific countries and social structures, recognizing the environmental consequences, and actively caring about these issues, we can work towards cultivating an ethical and sustainable fashion industry. Now let us unite in a world where fashion transcends more aesthetics and becomes a symbol of justice, fairness, and environmental stewardship. Before we conclude, please refer to the comprehensive list of references provided separately for further exploitation and verification of the information shared in this presentation. Thank you for all your attentive presence and dedication to understanding the intricate web of social and environmental factors within the fashion industry. Together, we can pave the way for a more compassionate and sustainable future.